Hello friends, I'm at the barn. Today is going to be just a really chill kind of day, hanging out. I was injured last week and I thought that I was fine, and I haven't really healed from it yet, which is incredibly frustrating. So I don't know how much riding I'm going to do, but I just wanted to get out here. I got some new tack from Mieux and I'm super excited. I'm going to try it on Art and see how he looks. Just gonna play around, have a little fun, maybe ride. I mean, I will ride, but we'll see how much riding I actually do. But I'm excited. Let's have some fun.
Oh, look at Margaret.
She probably appreciates that comment. Come get a picture. What?
It's a video.
Remember when you just go like, what's this? And knock someone over? Yeah. Yeah. Because you don't think I was supposed to see that.
Arthur! Arthur! Hi! Look at this little dingbat. He's making the weirdest choices today, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. Cute. Hi. Ooh. Hi. Okay. He stares at himself in the mirror. He like walked himself over there and is now just staring at himself. Stretchy.
Why am I in it?
Because you're sitting there. Good boy. And walk. Good boy. Okay, that's a wrap for today. I think I might make this a 2-day vlog because you didn't see any riding. I just made today. Today was more of a just test the waters and see how I'm feeling. So I didn't really ride a ton, but I didn't really ride enough to film or anything. Just did a little bit of trotting. I did a lot of cantering just because that's where it's been hurting a lot for me. And I was able to make it. I couldn't really half seat a whole lot, but the fact of the matter is I was able to make it around at a canter, which is kind of the biggest thing. So I'm going to try and get some recordings for my lessons tomorrow. Or my lesson, just one lesson. Multiple lessons sounds a little intense. I'm gonna try to get some recording of riding at my lesson and just, you know, hanging out around a little bit again tomorrow. So this might be a 2-part vlog. No idea. Okay. My hair is huge. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of hair. It's really warm out. I wore long sleeves today like an idiot. I'm just hot and I just wanted it off my head. So this is what we get. I hope it's not too distracting, but I had a lesson today. And this is my first lesson in 2-ish weeks, I think, which is a shame because I always love to do my lessons, but unfortunately, I had a fall, surprise, surprise, last Tuesday, and it kind of put me out of commission for a while, and it was honestly a little bit scary because I thought it was better, and then I went to do my lesson, and I wasn't, so it was just kind of a unfortunate situation, but I am better now. I'm feeling great. If I do have any footage of the lesson, I'll be sure to insert it at some point. But today's lesson started off not really how I wanted it to, actually. We were in our warm-up, just, you know, walking, trotting, cantering around, trying to stay out of the way. And for some reason, I was just having an impossible time picking up my lead while cantering. I'd done it just fine the other way, and then we went to go this way, and I couldn't cue him properly. I couldn't hold my body properly. I wasn't able to set him up, and it wasn't that he was doing anything wrong. It was that I just, for some reason, was so in my head, and so I don't even know. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out what to do, and it was bad. And I got so frustrated with myself and upset, and I literally started crying. I was like just sitting on art, walking and crying, so upset and frustrated, and you know, Katie's like, what's wrong? What's going on? And it's just like, I'm upset. I feel like I should be a lot further along than I am. This shouldn't be a problem anymore. I shouldn't be having a hard time cueing him. This is something we've already had a problem with and already worked out. So now we're back to it, and it was incredibly frustrating, and honestly, once I was able to get it, I just kind of wanted to say, okay, screw it, I'm done. And that wasn't really an option, which I'm very happy with now, but not gonna lie, at the time I was like, oh, I was really mad. I was like, Katie, stop it. I don't want to ride anymore. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. I'm in a bad mindset. And she pushed me through it anyway, and she said, okay, trot your X. So I trotted my X. Once again, I couldn't get in the rhythm. I was trying to circle, balance myself, and Art was being really, truly a saint today. I'm amazed that we didn't have any blow-ups because, oh my god. Oh, it was rough. But, you know, we trotted our X a couple times, and I was like, okay. And then Katie's like, okay, can't do your X, trot this jump and this jump. Did that, and it went really well, and I was actually really proud, and we just kept going and adding on a little bit more at a time, and it kept going really well, and it was so interesting to me how I let this moment of insecurity and frustration with myself, and partially with Art. I'm not gonna lie, I think that it's important to be very honest and very self-aware about these kinds of things. I was frustrated with Art. I was mad that he couldn't figure out what I wanted, but I shouldn't have been, because I just wasn't asking him properly. And you know, that's not something that you can really fault your horse for, because if you're not asking them what they need to do, if you're not telling them what they need to do properly, they're not gonna be able to figure it out. And then getting mad and blaming your horse for that is just messed up. Don't do that. So anyway, we did a little bit more, and it ended up going shockingly well, which I'm really happy and proud of. My position definitely left something to be desired. I could feel a couple times my leg would swing, and you know, I had no idea what my hands were doing, but I think the point is this: today was a really big confidence builder, and I hadn't expected that. And frankly, if Katie had been a little more of a pushover, or if I had been a little more of a grump, I wouldn't have had this experience. I wouldn't have been able to jump a full course, and cantering to the jumps no less. This is something I have struggled with for the 9 months I've been riding Art. Granted, I haven't been riding him like every single day for those 9 months, but I've ridden him enough that it was surprising that I couldn't canter to a jump, because I would just really get in my head about everything. That's one of my big problems. I get in my head about everything. And we cantered to a couple jumps, even one that I mean, we were both kind of convinced it was a little bit scary. It just had a little tree below it, like a little like white Christmas tree, like just kind of brushy. It wasn't anything scary necessarily, but it was one of those things where like pick up your feet a little more, you know. And it was really good. It felt really good. On top of that, we, you know, trotted over our X, cantered off, picking up the canter. Again, it was that same direction I was struggling with, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great by any means, but we picked up that canter. I got a really nice turn on him. We went straight to the jump. I was really proud of that. We cantered on again, jumped the little oxer, and it just felt really good. It did. It was, like I said, a really big confidence builder, and something that I could have not done, you know. If I, like I said, if I was a little more pushy and no, I don't want to, or if Katie was a little less like, yes, you're doing it, I wouldn't have had this experience. I wouldn't have had this confidence builder. I wouldn't have had this moment of, oh my god, I just jumped this whole course. We cantered to the jumps, we made it over. We only had a couple problems where striding was an issue. My fault. I just held him back a little too much. I didn't have enough, and so we would chip in on a line. Easily fixable. We just have to practice, but I think that it was just being so, we did it, and I did it. Art does this stuff. He's good at this stuff, you know. Him and Katie did this for years. I haven't, and he was being so patient with me, and Katie was being so patient with me today, and overall it just ended up being a really, really nice lesson. I'm happy that it happened. I'm not happy that I was crying about not being able to pick up my canter. I was frustrated about not being able to pick up my canter lead, or even pick up a canter, let alone a lead. But we got there, and it felt really good, and I was really happy afterwards. I got off of him, and it just, I felt like I could sigh and just like breathe out and go, okay, that was good. That was good. And those are hard for me to come by sometimes, especially my lessons, because I am a person who puts a lot of pressure on themselves. So it's really hard for me sometimes to acknowledge when things go well, because I feel like I always need to be doing more. And I was telling Katie today, I was so frustrated because I came into the barn today ready to just tackle a course. I was like, I'm ready, I can do this. And my confidence just so quickly went because I couldn't pick up a canter. I just felt like sharing this with you guys because it's really easy to not see these hard moments, or to see people who are in the public spotlight doing well all the time, and they don't really, you know, people don't want to talk about their failures or their bad days or their bad experiences or when they make mistakes, but we all do it, and I felt like today was important to share. I did make a mistake, I did get very frustrated, and I did want to quit, and thankfully Katie didn't let me, Art did not let me, and so I did not let me, and it ended up going so much better than I had hoped. And I just kind of want that to be a lesson to you guys too, of if you walk away from something frustrated, just keep trying. Keep trying. You'll get it. It's okay. Everyone gets frustrated. You'll get it.